That looks really scary. Your computer just like
Yeah, I know.
died.
Gonna pull up a chair.
I'll just go like this. Back in this.
What a crazy time.
Okay, we have to make this quick because I gotta go to the fucking dentist now.
Sorry, I don't know what. Did you see those photos of like the screen going crazy and all that? Computer just died because it was charging the entire time, but then it wasn't because it's a MacBook and they just don't
It
ever
sounds
charge.
really aggressively bad right now.
And it's
a
like
fan.
going crazy, overheating and stuff. So I'm sorry,
Great.
guys. Didn't mean for that to happen.
It's
but
okay. It's just an expensive MacBook. We don't need it.
It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do some, efficient question and answer, and then I have to.
Okay.
I have to go. I'm also just very scared to go to the dentist. So
You're fine. The vinyl and the merch and stuff is going to be up pretty quick for you guys. About half an hour. So
11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time.
Yes. Okay, Neil says, hello all. Belated congrats on the release of your masterpiece. Could you tell us about the positives and any negatives about your time on the SS Neverender? Really interested in how it was for you and as a band and the passengers from what you saw. Thanks. Yeah, it was unreal playing the bigger stage outside, and it was crazy. As we were saying before, like it was almost like being in a time warp where
Before
it was before COVID, and it was definitely a crazy experience. It was amazing just having like food whenever you wanted it and stuff. I don't think I would ever pay to go on a cruise personally,
No.
but playing on a cruise was definitely, I don't know, it's definitely something that I never thought I would do in a million years.
I'd pay. The only type of cruise I'd pay to go on would be like a music one like that, because it's essentially like paying for a really cool tour. That I would, but if it was just like literally a cruise where there was no music aspect of it, it's just like, you're out and it's kind of scary being out in the ocean.
It is scary. It's like looking out and just, especially at night.
The good about it was that we got to hug all our fans and hang out with them and get to know them. And then the bad was just like, it was just very overwhelming because we didn't have like private barracks or anything. So I had to stay in my room a lot and not really do anything because there were so many people that were really nice and wanted to talk to me, but it wasn't that I didn't want to talk to anyone. It's just like, I can't talk for 8 hours a day over loud music and then go play a show.
No.
So I had to pretty much like hide most of the time. But everyone that I did meet was really nice.
Dwayne says, I just got the Neural DSP Quad Cortex mic. You should be getting a commission. Will you consider releasing some of the presets and captures that you're using live, like you did a few years ago on the Axe Effects? First off, that's awesome that you got it. Secondly, yeah, they're all on my profile. If you type in Mike Spiritbox on the Cortex app, you'll find the ones I made a few months ago. They've completely changed, and I'm coming out with a guitar playthrough of Secret Garden pretty quick here, and I will update all of my profile with the new ones that I'm using now.
Are you going to put that on Patreon today, or you have to do a little bit more on it?
It needs to be color graded and stuff, but it'll go on Patreon first, and then I'll do.
It looks really good, but yeah, he has to color grade it.
Yeah. Joe says, what drew each of you to metal? When did you guys discover metal, and what was the song or artist that pulled you guys in? Also, congratulations on your success. You guys deserve it. The album is so fucking great. Well, first off, thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
My first obsession was Metallica, and it's continued throughout my adult life and everything too. And we're actually going to stay an extra day at Rockville so we can go and see them, because I haven't seen them in a few years. But yeah, my brother was older than me, and he was a new metal kid, and he also was super into Metallica and just the thrash stuff. So I
fake curtains.
They're fake curtains. They're decorative.
Curtains. God damn it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, for me, it was like the new metal stuff and Metallica when I was young. I discovered System of a Down when I was like in grade 4 or 5, same with Linkin Park, and yeah, it's basically.
I just really liked the energy of it.
Yeah.
The aggression and the energy of it was drawn to it. And then I just started really caring about it from a technical aspect. Like I started really liking groovy 70s stuff like Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin, and I started really getting into that whole like guitar god culture, and it kind of just spits you out into the metal world, you know. That's how I got in there. Definitely System of a Down was like
A big
the big
one.
one, and Rage Against the Machine. I know they're not like a metal band, but they're heavy and they have scream. And Linkin Park.
Mm-hmm. Lars asks, how did the feature on the Era track come about? Do you know the song? Did you know the song beforehand? Their album is almost as good as Eternal Blue. Love, Lars.
Thank you. Their album was already out when they asked me to do that. It was my favorite part of my favorite song on their album. And yeah, I mean, I personally would have like sang on more of it, but that's what they asked me to do. And they didn't know that was my favorite song on the album, which I thought was really cute. There's just certain things that people write that I go, God, I wish I wrote that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of them. And it was cool because Jesse got to come to the studio because he lived down the street where I was recording that with Dan. And so I felt so much better having him be there because I usually do that stuff by myself. So it was so nice to have the artist there and I could say, oh, do you want me to add this? Do you want me to add that? And get their
opinion,
input and stuff. And I love that song. I hope I can sing it with them one day.
Loved all 3 of your SS Neverender shows. Looking forward to the tab books dropping. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, that was awesome.
What beginner 7-string guitar would you recommend also for someone who is a beginner? Is it better or easier to start learning on a 6-string, then move to a 7, or start on a 7-string, given that most of the songs I want to learn how to play are 7-string songs? There's no right or wrong answer there. I mean, it's hard to say because I mean, like back in the day when I first started, like 7 strings were very odd. They weren't common. And a lot of guys that were using them were just tuning them like a 6-string, but then doubling up on the top E string. So really it was just like a baritone 6. People weren't really using the 7s like they are now. I'm a firm believer that if you are going into playing an instrument, learning it, whatever, you have to really enjoy it. And if you know that majority of the songs that you're going to be learning are played on a 7, get a 7-string because you will enjoy the progression and the momentum of learning those songs and everything. If you can, also, I would pick up a 6 because there's a lot of traditional things that are going to be taught on a 6-string that you'll be kind of confused with only having a 7. So that is obviously, not realistic getting 2, but starting on a 7 would be fun because you would start learning all of your favorite stuff. As far as a budget-friendly option, I always recommend the Cort stuff. Cort makes multi-scale 7 strings that are pretty inexpensive that have Fishmans in them, and that would be perfect. And I wouldn't really worry about name too much because the specs for what are being offered are pretty solid. So I checked there, and I'd stay clear of like the Harley Benton stuff, and I wouldn't really go low end Ibanez either, or LTD for that matter. But yeah, just take a look and just see what people recommend for as far as like bang for your buck stuff. But the Cort stuff's really good. I'd look into that. Carmen asks, have you ever played Trustfall live? And then I dropped my phone.
No, we played it at a practice one time.
It is one of my most favorite tracks, and I was just wondering if there are any live recordings of it. Also, are there any more singles to be released off Eternal Blue? Yeah, we practiced Trustfall once, and then going through it, we're like, this is just where we're at. This was years ago. Like we've never played the song.
Can you like keep going through and answering non-Courtney questions because I'm still in my pajamas and I have to I'll just run upstairs and then I'll come back and answer the Courtney questions because we have to leave at 11:45 for 12:45 for the dentist.
Sure.
So I'll be right back. I wore this outfit yesterday to the dentist and I don't want to wear the same outfit. I'll be right back.
Yeah, we did that a couple years ago in rehearsal, and it didn't really make sense at the time, and now especially it doesn't make sense. But when we headline, I would love to play that song because that's one of my favorite songs for sure. Let's see. Sierra says, "Hey, I just wanted to say in August, my husband came to me with a song and had me listen to it. It was Hurt You. I was hooked from that moment on. I absolutely love every one of your songs. My husband plays guitar and I love to sing. We both also work for the same company at home, doing boring computer positions. And so when I realized Courtney and Mike created the band together, it made me so happy and gives me hope that the mundane can also be extraordinary." That's awesome. I wanted to see you guys at Welcome to Rockville. Y'all are playing on my 20th birthday on November 11th. I won't be able to make it because PTO, but I'll be there in spirit. Box. I love y'all. Couldn't think of a question. I just want to say hello and hope to meet you all one day soon. I feel like I could talk your ears off. There's so much I want to say to you guys if I could. Much love from me and my family. We all enjoy your music. That is so cool. You know, like me and Courtney worked those type of jobs for a long time, and you know, it's just it's crazy to think back at it, and I'm really glad that we did it. And I'm just really excited that you liked Hurt You and identify with it and with the record and everything. And I wish you could be there at Rockville, but I think we'll be back soon, and it'll be at a time when we can actually meet everybody and actually hang out and do meet and greets and stuff, because we can't do that right now, and it feels really weird. You know what I mean? Like at these type of festivals, like the cruise was one thing because you're kind of just thrown into it, and there is so much of the precautions taken, and the actual protocol is done correctly, and it is done at these festivals too, but it's a little bit more difficult when you're dealing with, like, instead of just 1,000 people, you're dealing with like 15,000 or 20,000 or whatever. So yeah, hopefully we can play for you soon, and hopefully we can actually meet you and do a proper meet and greet, because that would be awesome. But thank you for all the kind words. Appreciate it. Tyler says, so in regards to the upcoming tour, is there a specific city area that you guys are looking forward to visiting? I know you guys probably don't get a lot of time to sightsee or rummage around towns. We don't. Like all the time, whenever we tour, we see the venue and we see like 2 blocks, and that's it. We never get to do anything. Even when we went and rehearsed in Chicago, we didn't get to do any sightseeing or anything, and we were there for like over a week. So that's one thing I'd love to do in this band, is take the time to actually go and see things and do things, because I've never been in that position before where we've had the time or the money or, the luxury of getting to do that. So I would love to do that. As far as like favorite spots, I really, and not even visiting, just playing. I really want to play LA, like really bad. We were supposed to play the Palladium last time we were touring the States, and it didn't end up happening. But that would be amazing. Or even, I think we're playing the Wiltern on this time around, but I'm really excited to play that. Also, my girlfriend had a quick question after watching the Circle with Me One Take video. She was wondering if you ever happen to get the goosebumps feeling when performing or listening, watching your own performances. The ending to the One Take video had both of us buzzing to the point of eyes almost watering. It's seriously so badass. Wow, that's crazy. Can't wait to see you and hopefully meet you guys in Denver. Keep crushing it. Thank you so much for the kind words. I mean, I can speak for Courtney here. Like, it's been interesting seeing people react to that ending part in that video, because that's just the way that it is on recording. Like, she didn't do anything different. You know what I mean? Like, and I guess maybe it's because it's more isolated and you can hear it coming just directly from her with no layering or anything else like that. That would make a lot more sense as to why people think it's different. But yeah, that's just the way that it was recorded. For me personally, I always get goosebumps whenever I watch her perform or any of the videos or anything. But yeah, it's funny. We were just talking about, everyone's freaking out about the ending of that performance that you put out, but it's just the way it is on recording.
Yeah. Well, I mean, think about it like this. On the recording, that's the first time I ever did it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you just saw me do it now, that was like the 20th time I ever did it. And then when I do it the 100th time, I'll be even better.
Tim asked, do you know how long your set will be for the Underoath tour? It's going to be half an hour.
Yeah, I don't see them letting us play for more than half hour.
Alex says, hey guys, just wanted to pop in and ask Courtney about vocal technique. I take lessons from Vicky from The Agonist. And one thing we've worked on a lot is false chord and screaming. And we use Courtney's vocal specifically as a good example of volume and breath control. Hurt You is part of my warm-up routine now. What's something you initially found challenging when screaming and that you've worked to overcome? Also, I'm really excited to see you guys into the season.
We're so excited for you to be there. And it's so awesome that she's giving you lessons. She's amazing. The thing that's hard for me isn't screaming and it's not singing. It's switching back and forth between singing and screaming. and priming my body in a safe way, like priming my throat to receive the different like tensions back and forth like that. That's the thing that's hard. It's like, I guess you could call it agility. The vocal agility of that is very, very stressful on my body. All I can say is I don't know. I need lessons too. The thing that helps me is just to be as efficient and use as minimal stress on the rest of my muscles as possible. That's why there's no reason to like go over the top and your face, because you're just trying to project that nice noise out and then have a comfortable way to switch back and forth. Think about it as switching between chest and falsetto rapidly. It's very dangerous. So I would say if you can even just like work on your vocal agility and singing, it'll help you figure out how to work on your vocal agility for screaming.
Benjamin asks, Courtney, are there any more features you're planning to do soon?
No.
Or you say who it would be with?
No, I did one. I did one for another band back when I did my full extravaganza. Don't know when it's coming out, but no, I've just like asked everyone to like politely leave me the fuck alone, because I just like I like doing all this stuff. I like working with my friends. It's really fun, but it's just like everyone's trying to everyone does them, and then they're like, "Hey, let's have a music video. It's gonna be a single," and it's like it's too much. The amount of features is too damn high.
Too damn high.
But I'm just so honored that my friends are being so nice and letting me sing on their songs. And I love collaborating with other people. So there's no more right now, but I can't help myself. I'm going to do more. I love it.
Okay, we got 3 more. One of them's for Bill, though, so I'm going to have to save that for him. He says, hello, fellow Neverenders, epic trip. I want to say thank you for the meet and greet and also for signing my Green album. From what I've seen from the audience reactions, you definitely picked up a lot of the new fans. You killed it. Also, I love the dedication of Hurt You to the Starbucks crew on board. Ran into Bill in the elevator.
And they went, yeah.
At the bar. My question is for Bill. What do you do to keep your marriage strong now that the band is starting to ramp up the touring cycle? Also, are any of you fans of Jeff Buckley? Am I showing my age? I will give that question for Bill and he can respond, and I'll respond to it in the post here.
Oh yeah, you can copy and paste whatever he says.
Exactly. And are you a fan of Jeff Buckley?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like, you know, I'm a singer-songwriter, like a kid that liked all like the cool hipster shit. What I was gonna say, hipster shit when I was like 16. So that took us back to Jeff Buckley and all, and like Rufus Wainwright and Martha Wainwright and all that stuff. So hell yeah.
And the last 2 questions. Would you guys ever do any gaming streams, or honestly any kind of stream when things wind down for y'all eventually? Also, congrats on the killer tours and album release. Are you guys planning on music videos or live music videos or any of the fan favorite songs now that the album's out? I don't know. I've thought about doing streaming and stuff. It just hasn't really lined up this time around, like with the record cycle and stuff. Maybe, as you were saying, like when we have some downtime, like in 2023 or
we've just been very mobile
or whatever. But we've just been on the go a lot, and
we're never home.
And it doesn't make sense. If I was going to do a stream thing, it would have to be really well set up, and it would have to be like pretty, well put together. And I don't think I can do that right now. But it is a really good idea to do. So we should think about it. Also about the music videos or live music videos for the fan favorite songs. I'd love to do that, but honestly, we are already kicking into writing, and it's not that I'm trying to like move away from Eternal Blue. It's just that it was a 2-year process. So just for our own well-beings and just for the creative juices to start flowing and stuff, like we have to start writing immediately. So I don't think we have time to really put any music videos out or anything. And also I think 5 was enough.
Yeah. And also we just, for like live stuff, we're not going to do anything until we're done focusing on these actual live shows.
Yeah.
And we don't want to give you guys shit. We don't want to give you like a lame piece of crap thing. Like we want to go big or go home. So if we're going to do it, we're going to do it well.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, when you want to do it well, it takes a little longer to get there financially and like physically as a band. Like we want to make sure that we're performing to the best of our ability for you.
2 last really quick questions. Would you guys ever do a Pop Goes Metal cover of a pop song? Which one would you do? I've always said Hella Good by No Doubt.
I don't think I wouldn't want to be on like a compilation though.
No, we would just, if we were to do that, we would do that on our own.
Yeah.
And also, I already have the Gojira plugin, but would adding the Omega be a good addition to tones and sounds and whatnot? Honestly, probably not. The Gojira one covers all that ground and more. The Omega plugin is really cool, but the Gojira one is just literally based off of a 6505. And in my opinion, it's one of the greatest metal amps of all time. So it's like, what more could you really need? I have a capture of an actual Omega Granifier though, and it smokes everything else that I have. So I guess it just all depends on your personal taste and how it's actually done. But yeah, the as far as the plugin goes, not the Cortex thing, the Gojira one is one of the best ones for sure.
Well, we better go.
We got a jet.
I see that you said, do you know what's going on with the Merch Limited stuff? We don't know anything about anything specifically with people's orders. So, but if it's like a general question, why don't you message us? And I don't know what's going on with Merch Limited. Jason handles like that stuff for me. I do more like the Merch Now stuff.
I do know that the shipping is crazy at the moment.
Yeah. So I'm assuming it's that, but let's dig more into it.
Yeah. But sorry, we have to take off, guys. We are going to be doing another Q&A at the end of the month. So if there are any questions or anything that we didn't get to when we make the post, just go on there and let us know. And thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Courtney's got to get her tooth fixed.
It's dentist time. Round 2. That's the most annoying part is that I did it already yesterday on the one side, and now I have to do it again on the other side.
Yeah.
But both my tooth. See?
There you go.
And it's all like all this whole thing is see-through. It's all gonna trip off.
Yeah. So I will put this link up so everyone can watch it and watch the spilled milk story over and over and over again. I'm interested to see if that will loop on the link. So I'll check that out later. But thank you guys all so much. And I'm gonna rip Courtney to the dentist. And the merch and the vinyl will be live in 14 minutes. And Jason just told me that he's going to do an email blast, and I'm just going to make sure that everybody in the Discord knows too. Proper channels only, all because then we won't get leakers. But I'll make sure that's done. So keep your eye out for that. Keep your eye out for the email if you wanted to pick anything up. And thank you guys so much, and we will see you soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. See you guys. Yes, 14 minutes for patrons. All right. Bye, guys.
Well, I'm glad that